It's a good morning. How is everybody doing? My name is Penny. If you're finding me for the first time, please like my page and go to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are trying to move to YouTube because Facebook has become so hard. Because of the machines they use. Sometimes you do a video and it's taken down. So good morning. If you're finding me for the first time, I come here probably 5 to 6 days a week to inspire one person, to educate one person, and above all, I hope to teach you something that is going to change your life. And today is a day for me. Today is a day I take for myself to rearrange myself in terms of personal life, family life, and in terms of business. And I thought I should take this opportunity to talk to you about an upcoming entrepreneurship and leadership conference that is coming up in Minnesota. And I cannot begin to tell you how I'm so excited about this conference. And it's because I'm in this business already. For those of you who follow me, you know I have a business that I have pushed, that I opened in 2012. After I had my fourth child, I could not balance being employed and raising 4 children. And I went ahead and opened my own business. I went to the township, I registered it, I took a little money and I started a business that has been so successful. I cannot even begin to tell you that I'm not able to meet the demand. So for most of us who are employed, we are almost, I should say, the 90% of average people. A lot of us are employed by somebody. You are on somebody's payroll. An employer pays you X amount of money after they've done whatever they need to do. They've settled all their expenses. Then they give you X amount of money, which is the bait that has kept you at your place of work for 20 years, for 30 years. And for some of us who stayed employed for so long, we got Employee of the Year, we got incentives, we got positive feedbacks from our supervisors. The company that I left, I was very good with the friends with the CEO. He's late now. And it's because I went above and beyond. I was salaried and my income was fixed for, we used to get a raise once a year. My income was fixed for as long as I was there, because once you're salaried, you cannot do the overtime. So we work for people who've sat down and have decided that they are going to start their own business. So as an entrepreneur, when you look at me this morning, I'm so colorful. This is my brand. This is what I do for work, because I'm into fashion. I'm passionate about dressing, and I believe fashion is so personal. How you want to look, how you want to package yourself, what you want to wear, because how you present yourself is how people perceive you. So when I present myself this way, I'm passionate about fashion. So when I dress this way, I look great, and somebody's going to come to my inbox and ask me, do you have that top? Do you have those earrings? Because we thrive in validation. So when people thrive in validation, they want what you have. That's why we are going to talk about this upcoming conference, to tell you the things that you need to do, the things that you need to be out of the, let's say I said 90% of you working for somebody. The 10%, you need to be in the 10% where you're coming up with a brand. My brand, I'm unveiling a new brand. I had a name, but I'm unveiling a new brand. My brand is Penny O. That's my name, Penina Ongwenyi. So I shorten it to Penny O. And I want to get as many people to subscribe into my brand, into my passion, into what I believe. That's what a lot of people who own businesses do. A lot of politicians, the government, anybody, if you're employed for somebody, it's because somebody sat somewhere, created a business model, and tried as much as they can to market their brand. And for the first time ever, for us who are immigrants, I didn't even know. In fact, I I knew I could do a business, but can you imagine I worked for a company for 20 years and I didn't do anything. I went in, I clocked out, and I came home. I was on fixed income from January to December. Your salary changed once a year, and you only get sometimes a few cents. You're not getting a lot of money. But for me, when I started pushing my brand, when I started doing my own business, I could go from making $1,000 a day to a minimum $100 a day. Imagine at that job, sometimes you're not even making that much money, depending on how you're planning your goals, depending on how you've set your goals. You can make as much money as you want, depending on how passionate you are. So what we need to do is to talk about this conference that is coming up. It is a Kenyan run. The lady that is running it, my friend Lina, is a Kenyan. She's written a book. Oh, I thought I had the book. The book is somewhere. Oh my goodness, where did I leave that? Oh, here. I walk around with the book. Lina is the chair. She's the founder, and she's the one who has started this leadership entrepreneurship conference that is going to happen every year. And Lina has taken time to put people together and tell you guys, come. Just like you go to school so you can be an engineer and work for someone. Just like you go to school to learn to be a doctor so you can work for the hospital. Just like you go to school so you can learn how to build. Whatever passion, whatever a career that you're in, that you are employed, is the same with business. When you start a business, you're not just going to grow a business from just sitting there. You're not going to start a brand and the brand is going to grow. You're not just Fendi. We talk about Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton, all these brand names, Calvin Klein, all Michael Kors, all these brands that we are spending so much money buying are people's names. It's you seeing my tag here, you say this is Penny O, coming up with a brand and pushing your brand. So you need to remove yourself from the 90% and bring yourself to the 10% of the people who are working, who have set goals, so they can create a brand, so they can market their brand. And for those of us who run groups, for those of us who have pages, a lot of people are coming into our inboxes. They are selling us products. They want to pay me $100 to market their products. The banks are coming to tell you, oh, you know what, let me tell people about my bank, tell people about people who have created a product, which we are going to talk about. People who have created a product are paying to use us, to use Facebook, to use marketing. Even us who are paid on Facebook, we are paid on Facebook through marketing and advertisements, because somebody sat down, decided to create a brand, and this brand, they are paying to push it. So when you come into your Facebook feed, you are seeing all these different products nicely taken. You see, I package myself. You're looking at Penny like this, you're like, I want that. And that's what we want to come and sit together. We have different people who are running different businesses. And this conference is not just for Kenyans. This conference is for all of you, even you Americans who have been thinking for such a long time to start a business. If you're my follower, this is an opportunity for you to come and spend a weekend with us. This is a weekend and an opportunity for you to even get away from your children. Some of you don't get in a plane unless you're flying to another country or you're going on some funeral. Some of you don't travel just to educate yourself. You've never attended a conference in your whole life. This is a very, very good opportunity for you because the rooms have been subsidized. The tickets are so cheap. They're just $100. And for those of you, there are those of you who will tell me, oh, Penny, it's not going to be easy for me. I have this. I got you. Let me see how many people. In fact, I have tickets that I can give away to this conference. All you have to do is pay for your room and board. For those ones who are telling me, I'm really struggling, Penny, but I really want to attend this conference. So you need to buy your ticket and you're going to buy your room and you get yourself there. Because we want you to get the financial freedom the rest of us are enjoying. And as of 2021, the beginning of 2021 is when I started like being consistent, pushing and pushing. And last year, 2022, I made the most money I've ever made in my business. It blew my mind. I have never made that much money like I did in 2022 from just selling what I like, from just doing what I'm enjoying. So what are we going to do to achieve that? Those things that you have to do. I come here to encourage you guys, to tell you you need something for yourself, because you can either be disabled. When you're disabled, your employer puts you out. You can go through a divorce, okay? Your marriage can end, and now you don't have a second income, because when you're married, sometimes you're living on two incomes. You can find yourself with one income, but when you have your own business, when money is working for you, and that is the goal that we are going to talk in this conference, you need to get to a point where your money can work for you when you're sleeping. Your money can work for you while you're laying in the hospital. Somebody is pushing your dream. That is the place that we want to get you, where you don't have to worry, where you are paying somebody to push your passion. You are paying somebody to put money in the bank account while you're somewhere at the beach managing whatever you've started. How do you get there? Number one, you need to set those goals. You need to decide, what are you passionate about? What do you really like to do? For me, I've told you, you all know I'm into farming. I'm into healthy eating, which is wellness. That's why I have the Juice Plus business. I'm into growing vegetables. This is March 1st, March 3rd. We're already starting our gardening. I'm into fashion. I have all my clothes here. Everything that I wear, I'm selling. Whatever products I consume, that's what I'm selling. So rearrange, take a piece of paper and pen and write your goals. As you're coming into this conference, I have pinned the link there for you to get your tickets. I have pinned, the hotels are there in that link. Once you click that link, it's giving you everything. Set your goals, concrete goals. Where do you want to go? It could be personal goals, okay? It could be financial goals. It could be family goals. You're not coming to the conference because not all of us can be business owners. We said almost only 10% can run a successful business that is running smoothly after so many years. So you could be coming there just to even learn something, a skill to teach your children, something for you to just carry and see how other people are doing business to even take to your place of work, okay? So you could be setting those goals just to see, can I really own a business? What kind of business can I own? So you can see other business owners, what they went into, and they will tell you, you can ask them those questions. Why did you go in this business? For just $100. Actually, if you live in Minnesota, this is a very, very good opportunity for you because you're coming from your house. Go ahead and buy that ticket. So you could be setting your family goals. You could be setting your business goals, economics. You're looking around. You're like, hey, what is needed here? And that's why we say for you to discover your passion, because anything that you can freely give, you can easily cash out. Okay? Look into the future and design your future. Look into where you're going. Like even when we talk about the future, it could be tomorrow. It could be next week. It could be next month. Look into the future and design your future. Design your future daily. Design your future weekly. Design your future monthly. Design your future yearly. 2-3 years. Look at yourself. Where do you want to be? And the future could be tomorrow. Okay? Make sure you exactly know what you want. Be clear. Marion, good morning. Be clear. Make a list. Take a piece of paper and a pen. Not even your notepad. Write it down. There is power in writing. Write down that this is what I want. Be clear. Have a picture of yourself in the next 5 years. Have a picture of yourself in the next 6 months. Have a picture of yourself in the next 1 week. Write it down. Understand how money works. Without money, you could be denied medical care. Without money, you won't have shelter. Without money, you won't have clothes. There's so many things you cannot do because you don't have money. Oh, great. Oh, look, Marion is here. You can reach Marion at any time. There you go, Marion. Thank you so much. Put that number there, Marion. Put that information that I'm missing because I put the link to the tickets. Actually, you can even put the address, Marion. Thank you for coming on. I should have told Dina to be on standby. Put the address. It's in a Doubletree Hilton Hotel. Marion, put all those things for me. Thank you. I'm glad that you're here. Have a clear picture of where you're going. Once you have that plan, Be consistent, because who you're going to see in this conference, you're going to see people who are millionaires. By the way, I'm in the list of millionaires, just in case. I know I don't look like it. But I'm in the list of the millionaires. My money is in millions in shillings. My money is millions in dirhams or whatever. When I go to different countries, which I love to travel, I'm a millionaire. And this is money that I make by myself, doing what I love, talking, selling clothes, selling my eggs, selling my vegetables. Be consistent with that plan. You're going to see people who have a truck drive. They have trucks. You're going to see people who are in healthcare. They're running healthcare facilities. And you know, some of you, most of you, I think, if I can say 80%, if not 50%, or slightly over, a high percent of you Kenyans are nurses. Ask yourself, how long do you want to be a bedside nurse? If a patient comes into the hospital and they pay the hospital $200 or $300 an hour, and the hospital gives you $50 an hour, and you take that money to the bank, you're feeling achieved. But let me tell you, ladies or men who are nurses or who are in healthcare, or you work in the group home, $50 an hour compared to $250 an hour is a big gap. Why can't you go start your own little clinic? Why can't you go start your own little group home? Why can't you go start that little thing so you're eating the whole paycheck? You don't have a middle person. We get comfortable where we are thinking we are making, people think making $50 an hour is a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. Ask yourself, out of 8 hours, how much money has been taken from you that you're getting that paycheck? Okay, then the other thing is, be consistent and read. Now that's why I'm telling you, Lena she's a writer. You have to read. Part of your self-development is to read other people's stories, even if you don't have to do academic reading. I love this woman. This woman I've read 3 of her books, and if I can do a summary, the first book I read many years ago, I think it was 2004, was about The Secret. What you give is what you get. You're giving negative, you get negative. The secret is giving positive, you're going to receive positive. Especially if you're going to be an entrepreneur. You cannot treat your customers bad. You have to be nice. You have to give positive energy. The second book I read was about the magic. Meaning, when my employer, I spoke about it the other day, when my employer went to human resources, and my employer, somebody who's on payroll like me, puts me down and he's trying to humiliate me. And that's what most of our employers do. They hire people to humiliate us, who are called supervisors. Our supervisors talk down on us. In fact, most supervisors even forget they're an employee like you. So they talk you down. So what the book, The Magic, tells you, when somebody or something negative is going into your brain, remember you're giving the positive into the universe. You have a few minutes to touch that thought and turn that thought into a positive thing. So that day I was humiliated. I believe it was Tuesday last week. I felt extremely humiliated. It took me a few seconds to just process, like, this person is actually humiliating me. And I told myself, you know what, I need to get out of here. And I was grateful. The magic, the book tells you, be grateful when such things happen. Some of you are entrepreneurs because you lost your job. Some of you started your own company. If you read the stories, like the Home Depot, read people's background stories. They were let go from their jobs. And you know what? At that moment, they decided to do the magic. Instead of crying and having a pity party about it, they decided, you know what? I'm going to start my own business. I'm not going to be humiliated like this. And you know, when I become an employer, I'm going to be so successful because I'll never forget the way I was humiliated. If it's being fired, you'll never forget when you start your own business and you're earning. You'll never forget the day you were told that we no longer need your services. So read, do a lot of research, do a lot of growth. In 2022, I managed to make a lot of money because I spent a lot of time on reading books. My goal is to read 2 books a month. It is not easy to read 2 books a month when you have children. You come home, you do everything you're supposed to do. You have an alarm you've set to even read 2-3 chapters before you go to bed. And I'm setting that goal to make sure I read. Marion, put that address for me, the Doubletree Hilton Hotel. It's 15 Park Place, Go ahead. Those things should be popping as I talk. So that way, you're not just sitting there like, oh, I don't even know, like you're debating. No. Set a clear time to work out. Set a clear time to read. Set a clear time to go and laugh with friends. Some of you are reading comic books. A comic book is just going to make you laugh. So that is your laughter time. A comic book is not going to take you far. It is just one of your recreations. But read a book that is going to help you learn a skill. Okay? Right? Then now, number 4, which is key. Go where the ideas are. The ideas will not come to me here where I am in my house. I just came from Dubai. I am full of ideas, and that's why I travel. I travel monthly. And how I grew my business is from going to different places, seeing different things, loving the customer service, loving the delivery. Everything that comes with traveling is going to motivate you and turn you into a self-made millionaire. Go where their ideas are. We are going to Minnesota on March 18th, and that's where the ideas are. We are going to an entrepreneurship conference. We are not going to a baby shower. We are not going to a fundraiser. We are not going for a dinner to just eat. We are going to meet people. We are going to have guest speakers who are going to tell you what they did to be where they are. Okay? Go where the ideas are. I said again, keep a journal. Write the things that you want to do down. There's power in writing things down. Everyone needs a game plan. What is your game plan? If your job let you go today, do you have a game plan? If your marriage ended today, do you have a game plan? If things change for you, what is your plan B? Everybody needs an emergency evacuation plan. When you go to the beach, there are signs that they've put there, and they are telling you in case of an emergency, this is the route you're going to take. What is your exit plan? You need a concrete plan of what's going to happen. Some of you, the other thing you're going to learn there is about life insurance. Life insurance with living benefits. When my husband lost the job in July, we sat down and started evaluating or engaging the plan B. What plan B did we have when the job ended? We called the children in a meeting. We said Daddy's job is no longer in the US because of funding. They've moved to Colombia, and we will no longer earn, and they've given him X amount of pay. And after that, we have to start, managing the money that we have. So what is your emergency plan once you've lost your job? Once you get disabled or you have had a car accident, your 2 legs are broken, what is that emergency plan that you have? Ask yourself, what are you going to do? Do you have an emergency plan? Okay? Go where the ideas are. They are going to teach you the game plan. They are going to tell you how to plan your day. They are going to tell you how to plan your week. They are going to tell you how to plan your month. They are going to tell you how to plan your year. Because for you to succeed in business, you have to have all those things penned down. Linda could have not written this book if she didn't sit down. And chapter after chapter, I'm telling you, it's a big book. It's a book that took so much time. I don't even know how long she took to write this. She will sit there and tell you. And I tell people, we cannot give you advice on the phone. You need to go where the information is. Another thing, who are your friends? They always say, show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are. I grew up in Nyandochevere village. I left Nyandochevere village when I was 9 years old to go to a school in a better urban school, Kisi Primary School, courtesy of my parents. I was in Kisi Primary School. So if I wanted to start with that to say, in Nyandochevere Primary School, I can remember one girl, I think maybe 2, Rosso Karu, Evelyn Movisa, Simon Mogaka. Those are the people I can remember. Those people I'm still in touch with Evelyn Movisa. I'm still in touch with Simon Mogaka. Those we went to school. Okay. I'm going to pause for a minute. Marion, you know, I had put the link that has, I had pinned a link that has the link to book everything. Does your message have all that information? Are we able, because I need to pin one, Marion. I wish, because I just pinned the link to the website. If you can combine it and put it in one message, then I can pin it. That will be very helpful. So anyway, those are 3 friends from Nyando Chevere. Then I came to Kisi Primary. I remember a few people in Kisi Primary, but I don't even, I don't know where they are. Marion, if we pin the Uber, that's not good information, because they need the link to purchase the tickets, and then we can, I think that link that I posted has information on there. One post that has everything will be the perfect way. I had only thought of putting the link where they can purchase the tickets, and then we can give them more information. Anyway, I left Kisi Primary. I met friends there. Right now, I don't even know where they are. I remember a few people, but I don't know where they are. Then I went to Eronge Primary Boarding School from class 6, 7, and 8. I met friends there. I remember the names, but there is none of them that I'm in touch with. Then I left there and I went to Sironga Girls High. In Sironga Girls High, in fact, there's one girl, Edna Gisore, she's a doctor, by the way. Dr. Edna Gisore, she was in Form 1 with me shortly before she left. I'm in touch with her personally, like we speak. So that's one person now I'm telling you that I know where they are. Evelyn Movisa, I know where she is from Nyando Chevere. Simon Mogaka, I know where he is from Nyando Chevere. After Sironga, I left Sironga and came to America. Here I am. I've lived here for 30 years. Let me tell you, I went through all that to tell you that all the friends that I've met along the way, when I went to Dubai, I was with a new set of friends. Believe me when I tell you. Once in a while, I get in touch with the past, but I'm more focused on where I'm going. Because now at 50 years old, from Nyando Chevere up to now, I'm 50 years old. My goals and the people that I want to be around with have changed. Right now, I only eat seafood. When I left Nyando Chevere, I was just eating chicken and beef. And, you know, when I went to boarding school, I was eating githeri. My lifestyle was different. Right now, I'm at a level that I just need people who are like me. And Facebook has been wonderful, and it has given me that opportunity to surround myself with people that are able to challenge me. Can you imagine writing a book? I don't have a book. In fact, I'm so honored to have Lina as my friend. I'm so honored to have Jackie. Jackie is going to be the co-host. Jackie Ongechi, she's in healthcare. She went in business in healthcare. She's a registered, she was a registered nurse, or she is. But she decided to turn that into a business. And I remember her putting those posts. And Jackie, right now, is free. She has a freedom of movement. She can be anywhere. Right? Why? She can run her business from Nyando Chevere. I can run my business from Dubai. She was running her business while we are at the trip. When they reach out to her, she steps aside. When we are having fun, she takes a call and she comes back. Actually, she had several lines operating. She had a personal line for her family. She has a business line. Jesus Christ is the Lord. That's my new best friend. I've known Jackie. I've seen her. And I like what she's doing. And I know the people that probably know Jackie, the people that probably know Lina, the local people, sometimes might not see what I'm seeing. Because I'm seeing something that I want to be. And when I see something that I want to be, I go for it. I don't know what's behind the scenes for Lina to write this book. I don't know what's behind the scenes for Jackie to run her home care agency. Behind the scenes, it is crazy. But I like what I'm seeing, and I want to be there, but with a different product. Surround yourself with people who have influence. There is power in human influence. The people that you spend time with, if you've not seen my page, I want you to go see what I did with 13 women who paid their way through, and they paid my way through, by the way. They covered some of my expenses I didn't have to cover. Women who are working to be something. If you're not a business person, push your career, be employed. But at the same time, if you're employed, I want to tell you, you might not be a business person, but take your money and put it in a savings. Take your money, put it in a stock. Take your money, put it in real estate. Not all of us are tailored to run a business because this is a headache. This is a lot of work. Not all of us can do what I'm doing. But you're a good employee. You excel as an employer. Every pay period, takes X amount of money, put it in a stock. Take X amount of money, put it in real estate. The rich and famous have invested their money. They are not working for their money. Their money is working for them. Right now, I'm thinking of buying a house in Dubai. I'm friends with someone who owns 3. Somebody who is already in it is going to hold my hand and tell me here is how to buy an apartment. That is my goal. I want to have an apartment there. Whoever you spend time with is going to influence you. So choose your friends wisely. I have spent so much time alone to be able to build this brand. The Penny O brand has taken me so much time to put together by staying away from everybody else because they also have their careers. Some people are nurses, some are doctors, some are engineers. Everybody has what they are doing. So if I stop what I'm doing to go and hang out to people who've already put in their 8 hours, I'm going to lose. Spend time with people who, even if you're getting lit. When I talk about getting lit, I love to dance. I love to go to the club. But alcohol is not my thing. But if I want, I can sit. But I don't care for it. You're spending time with people who drink alcohol, or who smoke, or who do whatever. But the minutes when they are sober, before they get there, let me tell you. Oh, Marion, so that's good. So I can pin this one. Great. Wonderful. You are amazing. Oh, Marion, you even put your number. You're amazing. You're amazing. Wonderful. So I can pin that. These women, and I want to talk about women because legally I'm not hanging out with men yet, like to have those. So far, I'm dealing with all females. I'm yet to meet Kenyan business entrepreneurs. I love it. I'm just getting so excited thinking of these Kenyan men who are so driven to succeed. I can't wait to meet them. It's going to be cool. You know, before they get lit. So these women, they call them bitches. They call themselves successful Kenyan bitches. They just, this, before they get lit, they get lit. Me, I'm sober. These women are talking business. They are so driven to succeed. These women are talking how they are going to do ABCD. And they are still lit. You know me, I'm sober. I'm eating my shrimp. I'm ordering my crabs, my lobster. I'm eating. Food is toxic too. I'm just eating and watching these bitches talk about business. I'm telling you, and I'm using this word because they use it on themselves, because it's not a word I like to use. I'm repeating bad words from these women who are so driven. They are so driven to succeed. Their mind is telling them they have to be the best. Their mind is telling them, you know what, we must succeed, women. Lifestyle. Successful bitches. Yeah, they call themselves that. I mean, let me tell you, they roll in big. You guys have not seen women with money. Huh? And these women, they are married. They have successful marriages. It's not like they are single and people want to think, oh, they are happily married, doing their thing, just getting, they are toxic in investment. Their mind is just full of thoughts, how they can leave something for the next generation. So, a lifestyle is learned. A lifestyle is learned. You learn. If you look at my videos from 2 years ago, since I joined Facebook, I'm evolving. A lifestyle is something that you come up with and you create and you start going and you start claiming it. You just wake up one day and you're like, this is not what I want. You convert yourself. How to live well, how to walk, how to talk, how to a lifestyle. You have to develop a lifestyle of an entrepreneur. Your posture, what you're saying, what you're eating, you have to create a lifestyle. And that's what these leadership conference is going to do to you. You men who have been thinking of starting business, come and see Kenyan successful businessmen. See what kind of business they are in. See what they are doing. How they started. How does it feel for your money to work for you? I've told you how mine feels because I love it. I love to know that, you know what, I wake up in the morning and there's money in the bank. Come and let them teach you how to manage. And even when they put their flyers, they say, can you give me a picture for your flyer? They are wearing suits. How you look. How you present yourself. I put lipstick today to talk about this conference. I put this African print to talk about my brand that is coming up. I'm rebranding Zawadi to Penny O because you know what? I need to brand myself. I like Zawadi, but hey, this is who I am. Come and see these people, how they presented themselves. Come and see how Lina has worked so hard. Ask Lina, how long did it take you to write this book? How can I write a book? Spend time alone to think of what you want to do. Quality time by yourself and ask yourself, where do you want to go with this? Come to this event, just $100. $100 is nothing. And look at other people present themselves and ask yourself, where do you want to go with that? And like I've said, you don't need to do the business. You could learn something that you can take away. You need to learn how to manage money, not money managing you. You don't buy name brand things. Calvin Klein is somebody. Hilfiger is somebody. Michael Kors is somebody. Fendi is somebody. What is your name? Do you have an identity? Why are you losing your identity to other people? You are making Penny or thrive and you are not helping yourself. How can you not help yourself first? Companies are looking out for us. They are coming for those of us who run groups. They are in our inboxes every day. They want to pay us X amount of money to push their brand. And what we want to do in this conference, we want to teach you from us, not just telling you, buy this blouse from me. We want to change this narrative from a lot of you, from telling you, buy my product. And we want to tell you, create your product. I don't want to be those people that I'm just pushing for you to buy my product, buy my product. I want you also to create a product so that way I can buy your product. I do not like to cook. You can start a cooking company. If there was somebody here in South Jersey that cooked food that I like, I would never cook again at 50. I've cooked for so long. I've cooked since I was married and I hate it. Or rather not married, since I had children. And I like to eat. I do not like cooking. I would pay someone to cook my food. That is a product, cooking. Cleaning at this rate with the dogs, I'm at a point I need to pay someone to clean my house. I really don't have time now to clean. I used to, engage the children to clean. One son is in college. My two other kids are working. My house was split to, in different levels. Even now, my adult children, they are willing to pay now so somebody can clean, so they can do something else, what they're good at. So what is the product? That's the question I have for you. My product is fashion and life coach. I'm passionate about that. Farming. I'll give you the eggs. Right? I'm about to go pick my eggs. What is the product? Yeah, I'm tired of cleaning. What is the product? Let us move beyond allowing companies, homes, allowing banks, allowing all these people who've created a product to come into our groups, to come into our space, to come into our pages. When they see you have an X amount of following, they come, they want to pay you so they can market their homes they've built, so they can market their clothing line, so they can market their bank services. We are allowing all these companies to come and sell their product, which is okay. But I want to challenge you to this morning. I want to tell you, come up with your own product. Be in the 10%. Challenge yourself to be in the 10%. Now, if you don't want to come up with a product, you need to learn how to invest your money in something. Because anything that can happen to anybody, it can happen to you. You need to have that safety net where your money is working for you. We are not all wired to be business people. What is that product? When you're going to spend your time alone between now and the 3 weeks, before you come to the conference, decide, sit, evaluate yourself, have a quiet time, and ask yourself, what is the product that you want us to push for you the way you're pushing PennyOFashions.com? I'm pushing that product because you know what? I'm into fashion. That's what I like to do. I'm pushing that product. And eventually, I want to push into wellness. I want to push into organic farming. I want to push. I have a lot of things that I've written down that I want to do. What is that product? And then two, let's talk about leadership. We have people who we call leaders or people we look up to, people who are in leadership. Before you follow somebody who's leading you into buying a product, before you follow someone, lead yourself first. You need to be able to lead yourself before you lead anybody else. There is something that is called self-control that many of us lack. Self-control will take you to so many places. Self-control will have you sitting down to write a book. Self-control will tell you you've had 6 beers, it's enough. Self-control will tell you that these friends are not good for me. Self-control will tell you you don't need to spend 2-3 hours on Facebook. You don't need to be on TikTok. Self-control will tell you don't spend 3 hours reading people's stories, sad stories online. Out of the 10 posts that you scroll through, maybe only one is going to educate you. Self-control means you shut your screen time. You know, it's 10 o'clock, I'm going to bed. Self-control means you're not doing what everybody is doing. You're making different decisions for yourself. Remember, you've identified a product. I've identified a product. I'm going into the African print. I'm doing this thing for me. There's something called marketing. And that is why a lot of companies, including Facebook, Instagram, all these platforms have exploited us with the little money that we make from our employer. We get a little bait from the company. We are paid $100. We take it to Victoria's Secret and buy 1,000 things. We take it to Calvin Klein. We buy 1,000 things. Louis Vuitton. You have a bag for $2,000 from your paycheck, the bait money. Marketing. Once you've identified your product, you're a cleaner. And let me tell you, there's a lady in Minnesota. I need to call her because I need to meet her. Years ago, I talked about starting a second business. I remember where I was, and after I finished the video, she told me she's going to think about it. And she went and thought about it. She was working as a CNA. And she decided she was going to go write, because the way I said it, I said, write, take a foolscap. Take a piece of paper like this. Write your name, Penny Ongwenyi, will clean your house. And write your number here. Get scissors. Where is the scissors? And cut it. In fact, I even gave an illustration. And cut it. And this lady did it. And right now, where is my scissors? I need to show you. And right now she's making so much money. I need to show you guys that. I like to teach with illustrations. So you write here, will clean. Cleaner. Okay? You write 856-304-3371. Okay? Then you come here. You write like that. So your name is here. You are the cleaner. And you cut this like this. Okay. Now you go to your local food store and you pin this. So when somebody has come to do food shopping, there's a bulletin board when you walk in. They're just going to cut a piece and take this piece. Another person will cut a piece and take this piece. This lady, I want to give you the good news. She's a kissy lady that follows me faithfully. She makes $300 every evening from cleaning the doctor's houses, the nurses' houses. You know why? COVID money was there. And I did that video when COVID was around. I said these nurses, they cannot resist the overtime. These doctors are forced to be there. The healthcare workers were forced to be at work. These people did not have time to clean. And this lady took that advice. She makes $300 a day. The only day she doesn't work is Saturday, because she goes to church. She's a cleaner, full-time cleaner. She cleans homes. And she cleaned one person, the other one referred, and now she's overbooked. So, marketing. People are willing to go around. People are paid to go around to market your product. So, let's go back to the conference. When is the conference? The conference is on March 18th, 2023. And the conference is a conference for entrepreneurship and leadership conference. Business, and you're going to learn how to lead yourself. You're going to learn how to self-discipline. You're going to learn how other people who have succeeded in business have done it. And they'll take time one-on-one with you. Where is it going to be? It's going to be in Minnesota. It's in Doubletree Hilton, Minneapolis, Park Place. Okay? 1500 Park Place Boulevard. I already pinned it there. And once you pay your $100, you're going to have access to all the guest speakers. They are going to have tables. I'm going to have my table there. Come meet me for the first time. I'm trying to really find a way how I want to present myself. So, like, that's troubling. Because, I want you to, first impression. This is what you see on camera. Some of you are going to meet me for the first time. You're going to meet me with my daughter, Sydney, who's my business partner. And I just want you to, when you see me, I'm representing the African print. So I'm thinking on how I'm going to present myself. So when you pay the $100, you're going to have access to all the people that are running their own businesses. They're the speakers. They'll have their tables. This book is going to be available for sale. You need this book. And even if you're not able to make it, that number that was put out there, get the number and get this book. Get started. It's going to tell you that you can actually do it. If you ever thought of starting a business, this conference is for you. If you want to transition from being an employee to an employer, to earn your own money and consume the whole paycheck. You want to go into entrepreneurship. You've thought about it. For $100, you need to be there. And you're going to have a room. The rooms are subsidized. They're like $60 if you share a room. They're like $60 a night. So you can do Thursday night. For those of us who have time, you can do Thursday night. You can do Friday night. The conference is on Saturday night. We are doing Saturday night, and most of us are flying out on Sunday night. And let me tell you another thing. When we do these conferences, we have quiet time with people. Sometimes it's not about all learning. There's the power of friendship, where you're sitting and talking with other people. Another thing, why did I bring my daughter? Why am I bringing my daughter along? I have two stories to tell you. The one story I want to tell you was posted by Lena. Lena had a flyer that she posted on her page, and she asked people, if your employer had a conference and it wasn't a paid conference, you're just going to take time out of your busy schedules to attend the conference, would you go? I followed that post, and a lot of people said no. And why did a lot of people say no? I met a man in Dubai as we were checking out of the hotel. He's from Kuwait. No, he's from Turkey, and he lives in Kuwait. He was with his boys, and we started a conversation, as I always do, and he told me he was there for a conference. And I thought of Lena. I said, oh, you're here for a conference. Then I said, can I ask you a question? I didn't even know if he was who he was or if he owned his company or anything. I said, if your company sent you to a conference without pay, would you go? He said, absolutely, why not? And he said to me, because I love what I do. I not only do my job because I'm paid, I'm passionate about what I do. He's in pharmaceutical. He is passionate. And he said, I am passionate because I enjoy this job so much. I own the company. I decided to go into private business, and I run a successful company in Kuwait. And those are my two boys. One of them is the managing director, and the other one is the Q&A for the company. He had 4 children, and 2 are with him, and one is a doctor, and the other one is doing something different. The 2 did not want to go into business. And he told me, when you enjoy what you do, you don't need to get paid. It's more of a hobby, and a hobby that pays. Who doesn't want a hobby that pays? So he flew from Kuwait to come to Dubai for a week's conference to not only learn a skill, but enjoy listening to other entrepreneurs who are in the same field. And then he said to me, in your business, are your children part of the business? And it was me and Jackie. Jackie Ongechi is one of the ladies I told you, the co-host of this conference. It was a conversation amongst the 3 of us. And I told him no, because they're in college. He said, no, there's nothing because they are in. He challenged me. He told me, you cannot start a company and you're not incorporating your children. You need to know that if you rested today, the company is going to go on 2 to 3 or 4 generations, because you know what? You have to show the children what you're doing. If your children are not interested in business, you need to write a plan that is going to carry this company on, so the company doesn't die when you die. And that's what happened to our parents. My father had a successful business, but when my father died, he died with his business. Because my father did not believe that a business is something somebody can do. My father believed you had to be a lawyer and a doctor. You had to be an engineer, because he was coming from the era where it was prestigious to have a child who's a professor. When his son became a professor, he was so proud. But a professor is employed. A doctor is employed unless they open their own hospital. A lawyer is employed unless they open their own practice. So something my father didn't know, that entrepreneurship was the way to go. I wouldn't be here being on somebody's payroll had my father put us in the business earlier. We will be running the company when he's way gone. And his company was doing great, but they did not have the next generation. Why do I say this? When you're coming to this conference, parents, don't just come by yourself. Don't just leave your children sleeping. When I do my waist beads, when I run this company that I've been running, I take my kids along. But now I want to step it up to a higher level where I want them to have ownership. When you're coming to this conference, bring your sons and daughters. Book the ticket for you and your children. Bring your children to something a little different. Expose your children to a different environment than what they're used to, than church, than going to the community funerals. Expose your children to people who have put something together. The children go to school to write books. Expose your children at an early age what entrepreneurship looks like. Expose to your children what leadership looks like. It's not just for you. This conference is not just for the parents. Because sometimes, yeah, you know, the parents, some of you, maybe you're thinking, oh, it's a little too much, too late in the game. Bring your children along and mentor them through, because you're connected through us. I'm 50 years old and I am so driven, extremely driven. I feel like I just finished high school and I'm going into the world because I just discovered something that I'm so passionate about, and I'm making money out of it, doing something that I love. I sit here and I create earrings. This is work I have here. These are all pieces. I have earrings here that I put hooks. I buy these things and I put the hooks. Just working with my hands. Easy. Putting them together and putting the hooks. Easy. I get the little things and I put the hooks. That is not, it is something I like to do. I just enjoy doing. And it's not a hard job. This is cloth. I just like creating little pieces and putting them together. I'm wearing the yellow. I buy these things and I put the hooks. That's what God has gifted me. This is Tusker. For those ones who drink beer, I take these Tusker things and I put the hooks, and it's an earring. I just thrive in doing these things. So I have to sit here and produce. I can sit here and produce 100 earrings. If I get 100 earrings times 10, that's it. And then I put them on a spinner. I have the spinner here. Once I make them, I put them here and I take them to the market, and a lawyer or a doctor who has an event is going to come and buy them. And you know what? I'm doing this effortlessly. I'm not struggling to do this. It comes so natural. I buy the beads, I add the hooks. I create pieces. I create anything that I'm thinking somebody might like. This is pink. Somebody might like that. So that's what I'm doing. And I said, you know what? I'm creative. I can make clothes. I can raise the chicken. I can grow the vegetables. And then I'm paid. I've taken more than time I needed to take. Okay? The conference is March 18th. It's going to be in Minnesota. I've said almost everything that I needed to say. You need to start a new day. It's never too late to start a new day. You need to start a new day and change your direction in where you want to take your business. This was scheduled to take exactly 1 hour. If you need information, inbox me. My number is 856-304-3371, or you can reach me on my inbox on my page. Let us take time to do business. Let us take time to do self-care. Let us take time to reflect on our lives, the kind of life you're living. Let us not spend so much time pushing other people's dreams when your dream is sleeping. Wake your dream up. What did you want to be? What do you want to do? We are spending so much time and energy pushing other people's dreams. We are spending so much time and energy pushing other people's products. Go ahead and buy that ticket. Come and see. And you decide for yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know, these earrings are made by the Maasai. When I go home, I buy these things from them. They don't sell me this. And when I come here, I buy the hooks and put them. These pieces are so beautiful, you guys. You don't understand how you can be so creative. They make this. This one is even more beautiful. The way they cut it and the way they add all the the beautiful things inside. Let me show you how that. I have to do this. I know time is up. This is a beautiful piece. They sit and craft these things one by one. See? How beautiful is that? So whether you're a nurse, whether you're a doctor, you're an engineer, and you're female, when you're ready to go, you wear your earrings. Here we go. Beautiful. Have a beautiful Friday. Thank you guys so much. And you know what? Self-love is everything. As I'm feeling so cute. And it's from the inside. I'm not only looking cute when I'm wearing my brand or when I'm wearing what I'm selling. I feel good on the inside because I've had my organic eggs. I've had my nice breakfast. I've eaten fresh food. And I want people to know, the last thing I want to tell you guys, food is as toxic as alcohol. Food is as toxic as drugs. Be careful how much food you're eating. Don't eat too much meat. Don't eat too much food. Food is poisonous. I know people who've spent so much money to do the surgery, and unfortunately they gain the weight back because they don't have the self-control thing I just spoke about. Be careful how much food, because even if you own all these businesses, even if you become a millionaire, if your body is not healthy, that money means nothing. You know, money cannot buy health like that. Once you've intoxicated your body, even if you're a millionaire, sometimes it's hard to buy your body back. Don't spend so much money destroying your body, because it might be so hard to get your body back. You're going to die before you could enjoy the things money can buy. Take care of yourself. Be careful what you're eating. Before you put it in your mouth, ask yourself, is it something I need to do? Think twice. If you used to eat 2 plates of rice, eat 1. If you used to eat whatever you are eating double, eat half. It's just a healthy thing to do. Have a lovely, lovely weekend. See you guys in Minnesota on March 18th. And I'm going to go ahead and post all the flyers so you have all the information. And thank you so much for watching. I hope I inspired you. I hope you learned something from me. I hope you're going to do things that are going to bring unity among your people where you live. And you're going to do things that are going to make you love yourself. Self-love is everything. Have a lovely weekend.